We're live. We're live.
Alright.
What is up, guys? What is up, fellow Star Wars speedrunners and watchers and people? My screen name is 1nstant, and the person I'm racing against is Neveryear. This game is definitely going to be a massive change of pace from Battlefront 1. Most of it because you can hold a button to move faster than a snail's pace, and a second reason is because we have objectives. We have 13 missions in this campaign. That we're going to be playing through, and the campaign normally would be about an hour, but with auto-scrollers taking out of it, it would be about 20 minutes shorter. So, with that being I was just going to explain the sniper trooper. And yeah. So sniper troopers, which are the third out of the 4 base classes in this game, have the fastest standard unit speed because, once again, we have different movement for different units, which another game that doesn't have. They're the fastest units that we get access to immediately, and we're going to be using them a lot throughout this entire run. So, with that being said, I'll let Neveryear explain what he wants to explain, if he has anything to explain, and then we can get the show on the road.
At the current moment, there's nothing too much to say at the moment, but when we start the race, I'll try to explain as much as I can with, with various objectives and each class.
Yeah, alright. So, I see you're in the game already. I think I'm gonna hit attack and then you hit restart mission at the same time. Okay. Timing is gonna start in, or no, actually. Hit restart mission.
Okay.
That's my bad.
All good. So the time will start when the level begins to load. That's where we start the time, and I'll start time now. So for this part, I'll be the rocket trooper using this rocket right here.
Let's turn this place into a scrap pile.
This region right here.
Alright, men. Today's target is
And
an
I messed
energy
up that
collector
part
on the
so
northern
that
section of the
CP4
platform.
is unlocked.
If we can take it down, production facilities
And
in the
afterwards,
area
I'll
will
run to that
grind to a
CP,
halt.
which usually takes
Let's move them
around
out.
20
The
seconds, but
enemy's
since I
forward
messed
command
up with
post is
the
on the other side
mini-map,
of this
it might
bridge.
take a little bit
We'll have to
longer.
capture it before moving on.
So, thankfully, with this mod right here, the turrets usually takes 1 rocket to destroy it, but you just need to shoot it once, because they have 1 HP. Nearly dead, but I'm still living.
Well done, man. Now
So
we need
I'll
to make
try
some
to
space for
swap to
General
this
Mundi
one
to
right
land.
here.
Take out
So
those
that it'll
turrets
be
and clear the
easier.
deck.
Throw a
1 more to
grenade,
go. Listen up, man. Before we can begin our assault on the
I missed
energy
the grenade,
collector,
so I have to
we
destroy
have
it
to get
manually
past the
and
shield
take the
barricade.
CP right here.
Get behind the shield and
So-
take out the generator. Capture the CP. Will serve as an excellent lookout point for our mission.
So what we just did, it was quite fast paced. We did what's called a remote rocket trigger. Remote rockets are basically fast versions of yourself that are used to trigger objectives faster than would normally be possible walking normally. So we did that to trigger an objective to open, a command post to open, sorry. We did that to trigger a command post to open, which saved us having to walk across the bridge. And
Sir, I can see the dropship.
yeah. My bad.
All good. So,
Yep.
after finish up this level, we're gonna
Your work
skip
here
some-
today has
we're
made the
gonna go to
Chancellor
Felicia.
a very happy man.
Usually, I don't play with the voice, but in this case, I kind of have to do it just to just get the story going. But in this case, I have to turn off TK so that it'll be easier for me to mine the accolades. And yeah, after we mine the accolades, it'll be a lot easier.
Our forward unit is under attack by some kind of creatures.
If there's a
Get up
stray
there
rock
and give them some support.
Yeah, so we're starting as the heavy trooper once again to use the mines. We're using mines to blow up the accolades, as Neveryear said. And that's what we are both doing right now.
Wipe out these creatures before they rip our unit apart. Those things are tough to take down.
So,
Two more to go. Nice work. Just one more. CIS units have been detected moving in this direction. Defend the ATTE until Jedi Master Sakuda arrives. Ayla Sakuda has landed. A Republic gunship crashed in the brush near here. Acquire its power cell and bring it back to reactivate the ATTE. Nice work.
Normally what you would have to do after destroying the accolades, you would have to wait for a 2-minute auto-scroller to pass, which would just be defending the ATTE. So since there are no auto-scrollers, we were just able to skip that. And then after, we would spawn as Ayla. And bring the power cell back to the ATTE, and then take out those turrets, which I just finished doing.
Same here. So afterwards, we're going to Kashyyyk. So one thing I didn't know about this version of Kashyyyk is that the bots don't cap after that one objective comes up. It's kind of hard to explain right now, but I'll show you.
This is it, men. We have to hold this beachhead until reinforcements arrive. No retreats, no excuses. Fall back behind the seawall. We must protect the Wookiee.
So, what I just did there was, for the third time, spawn as the heavy trooper in order to fire a remote rocket trigger, which would once again give me access to the very back of the map, which would be the second objective, which is after a 3-minute auto-scroller, but since we skipped those, I was just able to fire the remote rocket immediately, and then skip a 4-minute auto-scroller, which would just lead into us capturing these 4 command posts right here.
I messed up horribly. I meant to play as Yoda, but I switched to Sniper instead, so I'm definitely going to be behind. I
think this is definitely a good time to explain the infinite sprint technique as well. Infinite sprint, as the name suggests, basically... Okay, that guy went flying. Infinite sprint, as the name suggests, just allows us to sprint infinitely by chaining a roll into your sprint as it reaches 0. Because since we're cooler than Battlefront 1, we have a yellow bar, lower than our health bar. And you can see on my screen right there, it was decreasing, which shows that I am sprinting. And once the yellow bar hits 0, there's 0 sprint left. And if you were to chain a roll into that sprint, you would be able to sprint infinitely, which is what we did there. And now I'm just going to be finishing up capturing this last CP.
Alright, so right now I'm just a bit behind because I didn't get to switch to Yoda, but I should be finishing up shortly.
Great work, troops. Kashyyyk lives to fight another day.
One thing I need to mention is that...
So,
you could go for it.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I was...
So, moving on to Utapau, the spawns here could be, more or less...
Make or break.
Yeah, make or break.
There is a 2-story building
and
just
I
a bit southwest of your position.
I got a decent spawn.
Yeah, that's... Okay, but I got infinite sprint there, so I'll be...
Capture the CP will serve as an excellent...
So the first objective here is to just run up to this overlook here and capture the command post, which I'm doing right now. An added feature to command posts in Battlefront 2 that wasn't available in Battlefront 1 is the ability to change classes. I'm not going to be doing it here because I don't need to, but eventually I'm going to be able to change classes using the command post without having to respawn. And what I'm showing off right here is the infinite sprint that I mentioned in Kashyyyk. So there's just no sprint and I'm able to run infinitely.
And the thing is about infinite sprint, if you're doing it as an infantry character, it has to be flamethrower compared to the
unless you're falling off of a hill, but that's a little bit too complicated to explain at the moment. There's a mine right there. I got it. So now after I capture this next CP, we're spawning as everybody's favorite Jedi, unless you're weird, Obi-Wan. And if you recall what happens in Episode 3 when Obi-Wan goes to Utapau, we're going to be, quote-unquote, fighting General Grievous. And I add the quotation there for a reason, which you'll see in just a few seconds. So as I capture this command post, holy crap, it's General Grievous. There he goes. So the speedrunners, we just push General Grievous off of the ledge because killing him takes too long. It's quite a hard fight, but we did it. So after taking care of General Grievous, we blew up 2 anti-aircraft cannons, which allowed the rest of the troops to deploy. And now we took this AAT from the Separatists and blew up the energy pillar. Sorry. So now,
onto a tragedy coming up. So
after this mission, yes, Coruscant is quite a tragedy, but not from our perspective because we're just going to be running past everybody. So we're going to be spawning as the sniper trooper for the first time in forever, and running up to the round room where they all said Anakin wasn't a master. And we're going to be throwing thermal detonators at the Jedi's feet because Jedis actually have one weakness, and those are thermal detonators. If they just used thermal detonators in Order 66 in the movies, it would have been so much easier. So we're going to capture this command post, and then afterwards, we're going to be going to what would be the hardest objective casually, defending the library. But since we have no autoscores mod enabled, we're just able to step in for a little quick second, and then run back, and then run out to the next objective. Uh-oh.
Your next objectives are a pair of holocrons, rumored to contain the sum of Sith.
Without any autoscrollers, it's slightly more difficult because you'll most likely get swarmed during the process.
True.
But after capturing the holocron, you become Anakin.
I unfortunately died after capturing the holocron, so I just respawned and picked it back up.
Yeah. So after we capture this holocron, we're gonna take out 3 Jedi Masters.
Excellent progress. With the last of the holocrons secured, we can deal with the remainder of the Jedi here.
That could be annoying.
Execute the 3 Jedi Masters who have poisoned the minds of their impressionable students against the Empire. Let them bear witness to the cost of rebellion. Well done. Our new Emperor will be pleased. Primary mission objectives complete.
There's a good place you
the Jedi
could fall
Temple has
from,
been secured.
It is what it is.
So, after I killed that Jedi, I'm going to be, once again, as Neveryear said, killing these 3 Jedi Masters. I'm killing these Jedi Masters as quickly as I can.
Welcome to the capital city of Mead.
Tonight, we will be
Neveryear is
performing a
already
radical
on to
destabilization of the
Naboo.
Theed government
Yeah.
by the elimination of their
In
queen.
Naboo, we're just gonna
She is
overthrow
heavily
the
guarded in the
problem.
central plaza
And,
by a group of Jedi and an
Yeah, we're just gonna overthrow a
In order
government
to
in
defeat these defenses, we
You know,
must
just
set up a
solid
perimeter
2
around the
minutes.
central plaza
In
and
2
shut down the
minutes.
just Empire
Auto
things.
Careful, soldier.
So right now we're
Your
just
numbers are
securing the
few,
perimeter
and
so
mission
that the queen will be
success
trapped.
rests on your shoulders.
And from
Now
there
it's
we're
on
gonna
to the
become the
Embassy
Dark
Plaza.
Trooper.
Move out.
So the thing about Dark Trooper is that Dark Trooper is almost,
It has a
almost the exact same compared
Watch
to
out, soldier.
Battlefront 1.
The
but you
auto
can
turret
double
grid is
jet
still
in
online.
midair.
Keep you and your men
And-
out of
which
the
is
central plaza.
just
until
another
we
reason
find a way
why
to shut
Battlefront
down
1
the
is
turret
cooler,
grid.
or Battlefront 2 is cooler than Battlefront 1.
Yeah, and because of that, you could double shock. What I mean by double shock is that if you jet, I'm not gonna waste my jet here, but if you shock here and jet here, you get an instant double shock.
So far,
And
so
doing a double jet,
Now,
as
capture the
Neveryear just
guard
told you,
post past the embassy.
does something
If you need some extra
something
firepower,
around the same thing
manage
that
to
I
sneak
did
a tank beyond the
right
embassy
there,
command post.
which was get myself extremely high to heights no player from Battlefront 1 has ever seen before.
Oh, also from Battlefront 2, the turrets does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Man,
Turrets are just the least of our concerns in Battlefront 2.
Now we must destroy the auto turret grid console, clearing
except for those
access to
auto
the
turrets in the
central
middle,
plaza.
they're kind of like
Destroy it,
from
and the
Battlefront
Queen
1,
will
but
be ours. The Queen's personal
They're still
Jedi
not that
bodyguards
fast, yeah.
have broken from the
And
palace.
what I just did there, I
Destroy
swapped
them.
to
The Queen and her royal guard are trying to escape. Quickly,
and that's
you must
what
eliminate
He
the
switched to
Queen
the
at all
Heavy
costs.
Trooper in
You
order
have
to use
performed a great service
mines
for the Empire.
to take out the
Queen's
Queen,
death will
instead
serve
of
as
using
example
what
to
I'm going to be
the
using,
rebellion,
which is the Dark
saving
Trooper
countless lives.
and the shot cannon.
it saves a good amount of time if you do it correctly, but if you die during that process, then you lost a lot of time. So moving on to
So,
Mustafar.
The strat I'm going to be using right here is just throwing down some thermal detonators.
I'm going to attempt to make the jump right here, but I'm going to wait for the
All right,
objective.
troops. Today we stamp
Sorry,
out
want to
final
save
remnants
this
of
a
the
little bit.
CIS. Eventually, we'll be blowing up a
It's
hidden
easy to
droid
be
factory.
tricky, but once
for
you
now,
know the,
we need to infiltrate and secure that nearby mining
no,
facility.
once you know the feel of
Move them
it,
out.
it's pretty
Take
easy.
control of the lava observation.
Yeah, that jump that Neveryear just did is a lot harder than it looks. Definitely.
Oh yeah, something I've mentioned is the award. So once you reach a certain amount of kills, you get the award versions of the weapons. And once you
And you can see
the award versions,
Take control of the walkway.
you do get the, well, usually better versions of the weapons.
Watch out for snipers!
Like,
Keep moving.
this one that I'm using is the best weapon
Sniper
in
spotted
game.
at 2 o'clock.
Like, no doubt. Like, it's a better version of the sniper rifle, which I don't know why the devs do this, but you know, but it's great. Also, you also get awards on yourself as well, which is
That collection
energy
base looks like a good place to make a
damage
stand.
reduction, and
Capture it.
damage boost. I think the most important is energy regen, because it's, I don't know, it's something that's kind of for granted, but once you do the award version of this, it just becomes, very necessary.
yeah.
And
So
go for it.
Any droid we don't destroy today will
there's going to be
contact the
quite a
porters.
lot of command posts
Wipe 'em out. These
going on.
Geonosians have been working
That's-
on a new
that's all I
Confederate
wanted to
infantry
say.
prototype.
Oh yeah.
Destroy the schematics before they can use them
Just
to
do
build a
that.
new droid army.
Be ready for the word command post to appear a lot throughout the rest of this run.
So since they destroyed the Gong droid, I couldn't throw another
One of our
grenade at
boys
it,
got killed bringing the other
unfortunately.
beacon. Go out and retrieve it.
Alright, so I'm taking the beacon to that one bridge over there, so that it'll be destroyed within the cutscene, but we're not going to watch the cutscene. And afterwards, we're going to switch to the heavy.
Fall
get
back to the collection
water
base
up there,
and watch
throw
the
some mines,
fireworks.
throw the ease ward, details of these on
Watch out for
us.
bugs!
It's raining Kill them all.
So far, and he's down.
Geisel Delso has been defeated. Scratch one droid rebellion.
One thing that you might have noticed is that dying gets the victory screen faster. I don't know why that's the case, but
yeah, it just sort of happens that way.
Yeah, it is what it is. So in Camino, I'm gonna have to turn on TK for that one objective near the end, so that it'll be easier to respond. But we do get to play Boba Fett.
Yeah, everybody's favorite bounty hunter.
And I got a good spot.
Boba Fett has been chosen to lead a small task force into the Camino Cloning Center. His familiarity with the center's layout and access codes should give us the element
access
of
codes,
surprise.
quote unquote. Just use that. There you go.
Yeah.
That's how you get access. Coding facility.
Before we
Django,
leave, the Empire
Django
wants us to
says we
collect
have
some
access
DNA samples
codes.
from our evil brothers. Get that
Access
sample back
codes
to
recently
ship
got
immediately.
renamed to det packs. So we're going to be using det packs to in exchange for access codes.
But we got 4.
So yeah, we get 4 access codes.
4 times the access. So after I get the DNA sample on the
DNA
shuttle
sample
ship,
secure.
I have to,
Pulling ship back to a
cap
safe
another
distance.
CP, which is
Good job.
ahead.
Now
One
take
thing I
that
have to worry
CT
is
and
that
await further orders.
LA-AT, because they could destroy me if it hits me on the head. So I gotta take cover here, and and the snipers could be an issue also, but they're not that big of an issue, possibly. I just gotta get this. There you go. Right. So I should be good for the next objective, which I need to wait a little bit on. And once we capture that CP,
You know your objectives.
destroy a couple
Destroy
of
the
clone
computers
pods.
keeping the Kaminoans clone pods alive before they can create any more traitorous anti-troopers.
Gonna destroy one right there. There goes the ARC troopers, unfortunately. Just 2 guys. And from here, we're gonna respond.
Objective complete. Clone pod life support down. They won't be
we're
cloning
gonna
another
take out
army
2
anytime
gunships.
soon.
The Kaminoans are evacuating in 5 minutes.
Gonna
Take down their
respond again.
transports before they can escape.
So that I get the better reload. Got that gunship. And that should be it for Camino.
Think that's the last we'll be seeing of those guys.
Oh, there you go. Alright, so heading on to Death Star. I'm just gonna leave TK on for now. I mean, you could leave it off. In this case, it might be a lot safer, but I just like to leave it on for the end. Because I get
Also,
crazy.
for those that don't know, TK stands for Team Kill, which is basically friendly fire.
A contingent of the 501st is inbound from an exterior inspection.
Sometimes you get
Join up
that
with the
in the
squad
booth,
mates in the
but
hangar
unfortunately,
and quell this riot.
we didn't get any.
Rebel forces are converging on Hangar
This
84G.
is kind of a quirk from
We
the
cannot
game.
allow any of them to escape. Defend the hangar. Hangar 84G is secure. The riot originated in cell block 2180. Get up there and secure that cell block.
Oh, and Wookiees. Wookiees compared to BF1 and BF2 is radically different. They're both-
Wookiees in Battlefront 1 are a lot less scary than the Wookiees in Battlefront 2. Wookiees can just look at you and you'll die.
One of the rebels managed to get his
In
hands
this
on
game.
the plans for this battle station. We cannot allow those plans to leave this outpost.
So I switched to Dark
Dispatch the
Trooper
rebel carrying the
so that I
plans
could
and
drag
return them
through
to
the
our
middle.
forces.
You could be a sniper. Either one works, but for me, I just like to play Dark Trooper, so I could get the.
Well done. The plans have been
So that I don't
secured.
have to swap
The prisoners have captured
too
the
much.
fire control room. You must not allow them to damage the main cannon.
So going to the main cannon, we're just gonna cap the CP right here, but there's quite a few. So I'm not sure if you saw earlier. I just picked up a shot, doing it right here again, taking out most of the rebels, and that should be it. It could be tricky to do at times, but it's pretty easy to do once you get the hang of it.
fire control room is ours. The rebels have infiltrated Hangar 85G and are preparing to escape in one of the shuttles. Get to the hangar and take out that shuttle before it takes off.
Alright. So, with the heavy trooper, we're just gonna do a bit of damage to the shuttle just by, throwing mines at it.
Because
Well done,
the rebels didn't actually know before they boarded the shuttle that
There is a Jedi in the TIE hangar. He is the
the shuttles were actually programmed with a weakness to landmines for some reason, I guess. I guess it was another Rogue One type sabotage attempt.
Lord Vader will be most pleased with your
However,
performance.
if you play in the PS2 version, you might not be able to do it, depending on which version you use. And Xbox as well. Alright.
So after we blow up the ship, we're just going to take out the Jedi, and that'll be the mission.
Polis Massa. If you play in any percent, this level could kill your run. And I got a good spawn on it.
This
All right, man,
rock-
Lord Vader wants this
This
raid
rock
done by
makes
the
you
book.
so mad
Our
if
first
you're a
objective is the
Battlefront
comm
2
center just beyond this
normal
hangar.
90% runner, because this is quite literally where your run died, or doesn't. And I got the worst spawn, which is step 1 of this run dying for me.
I already died by my own grenade. I try to run through it, but I don't have any stamina. Yeah, no stamina. There you go. Just throwing. Casually.
This is another room. Where... Oh, and I barely made it out. That was another room, if you looked on my screen, where a bunch of enemies just, go to a convention and just, and they're just out for you. So I managed to get by them. Very closely.
Nicely
Once again got infinite sprint, which is definitely going to help me to get this next objective. Because the last mission, when we picked up the plans from the dead rebel, they weren't actually the real plans. So after a little bit of tracking, we got the real plans for realsies this time. And we're bringing them back to the rebels, or not the rebels, the Empire, by bringing them back to this uplink station. And then after I bring them back, we're gonna respawn, since there's only one second for the objective, and then I'm gonna respawn at the first objective, or command post, and take this tank into outer space, and
the rebels have a data bank that holds
go over to a rebel databank, which took Imperial access codes, if I remember correctly.
And destroy the data bank.
So we're just gonna hop over as the engineer and blow it up.
Yeah, if they didn't take over CP1, you could go to that cap and just blow it up from there. Which I fortunately had.
I've got
in my
good news
practice
and bad
runs,
news.
I've
The
never
good
had
news
that
is
except
it's
for
time
this
to get off this
run right
dreary
here.
rock. The bad news is the rebels have taken over the hangars. We'll have to fight our way out.
Oh, you want to see me catch a jetpack? Well, we kind of had it. There you go.
So now, after destroying that rebel databank, we're just going to take back the hangar and leave this space rock a lot happier, because our run maybe won't die.
Alright, so we're heading to the 10-4. Turns out they weren't the plans. We're gonna have to get the plans.
Turns out the plans that we took from...
Go for it.
The plans that we got on Polis Massa weren't actually the real plans, so now we did a little bit more investigation, and we're going to get the plans for real this time.
A lie.
So that's what we're going to do. If you didn't watch A New Hope, you guys must have forgot about the one clone that ran through every single reinforcement available on the Tantive 4.
Also,
because that's what happened in the movie.
I'm not sure if you were paying attention, but we gotta take Leia alive. So,
True, we do have to take Leia alive. Yeah, we're gonna definitely try to do that. No promises, though. No promises.
We'll need to take out the security mainframes on the bridge.
So after taking that first command post, we're gonna destroy these terminals in order to give the rest of the Empire access to the ship, because crap, I forgot to destroy the last one.
the turbine to clear our way to the terminal.
It's fine. I destroyed the terminal.
Take the access code to the tech room terminal.
The terminal's relations are kind of janky.
Nice work. Now
I'm
let's
sorry,
clear those
you have
rebels out of the
motion
escape pod
sickness.
bays and secure the rest of the
always
ship.
have this
Princess
sense
Leia must
this
be
high.
captured before she can escape.
And that's how we
The
capture
day is
Leia.
Well
Don't
done,
worry about the
gentlemen.
body on the floor. She'll be fine.
She's gonna be fine.
Yeah, she's sleeping.
Crap, I got lost.
That's fine. Moving on to Yavin 4. I think I have to only TK on for this one. Playing in TK off is usually safe, but it's only in that one CP. If you're gonna throw grenades on that body of water, which
Okay, you
is
all know the
technically
mission.
a
The
sticky
rebel base is
floor.
located in that ancient
Don't know
temple
why
over there.
that's the case.
Our
for
first
this
job
game.
is to take the rebel command
Because
post located in
water
the
is
ruins of that
sticky,
stone
not
building
wet.
Just ahead.
True.
So now I'm finally getting to the part where we take Princess Leia alive by chopping her with a lightsaber.
Alright. Well, after capturing this CP, the next CP is a lot dangerous. So if I play this
Our
wrong,
next
then
objective
it's,
is to capture the
definitely
command
time
post under
loss.
the viaduct. Gather your forces.
So I'll try to
It'll
do
be
a
tough
double
slog.
shot, but there's a tank. There's a tank in the CP, okay. Yeah, okay, that's a first for me. So I
Oh, okay. Wookiee just looked at me and I died.
Yeah, that happens a lot. So yeah, I never would have expected that the other side of the CP would be safe. But I think I'm screwed here. I'm good. Oh, they're capping. Nerd. Yeah, that's capping for you.
Nicely done. Now rush the reflecting pool. It will make a good staging
Alright,
area for the
so
assault of the temple.
In the reflecting pool, we're just, cap the CP, and, yeah.
Normally after you captured the CP, you would have to defend it from rebel counterattack for 2 minutes. But since there's no auto scroller, you just leave as soon as you capture it.
Start at any second. Defend the reflecting pool with all your might. Well defended.
And from
Now
here,
it's time to
Oh,
breach the security
wow.
door on the temple.
I died
A unique
again.
breaching bomb has been left at
Damn.
the point marked on your map. Retrieve the bomb from its
So
drop-off
we're just gonna
location
take the
and place it near the temple
beacon,
security door.
the bomb to the
The
temple.
bomb has a 10-second
destroy the
timer,
front door.
so you better start running as soon as you set it.
Thankfully, it isn't 10 seconds, and it doesn't deal too much damage to it. So. Alright, so I don't know why for this part right here, it takes a while for the next objective to load up, so I'm just gonna throw some thermal detonators.
There they are! Decapitate the rebel command.
But it should be
Vengeance is ours, men. The spirits of our fallen brothers will sleep soundly tonight.
fine. Alright, on to my favorite level.
For those that don't pick up on sarcasm, in Neveryear's any percent record, he's choked this level 4 times. In Neveryear's any percent record attempts, he's choked this level 4 times.
Yeah. All those attempts,
There
they
is no
were
tomorrow,
record
men.
pace.
Today we crush the rebellion once and for all.
Record paced at the time, but we're probably still record
Destroy the
paced.
shield generator in preparation for Lord Vader's arrival.
The one with the batteries
Next,
was probably...
focus all efforts on preventing the final
probably,
transport ship from
record-breaking.
lifting off.
The
We'll
batteries
begin by
incident.
taking over their outlook command post.
For those that don't know about the batteries incident, Neveryear's batteries on his mouse died right as he was about to get a PB. the batteries on his mouse died.
Okay, so no tragedy so far, so I'm just gonna destroy that person. Get them baited to that one turret.
Nice work, men.
So we're gonna switch
Now let's capture their forward bunker.
to the Dark Trooper, get this stamina pack right here. Very nice. Alright, so we're gonna go on to that CP right there. So the turrets aren't dangerous in HA, but they could be an issue at times. But your biggest issue are snipers.
Since this map is so open and the difficulty setting for the internal difficulty setting for these units are probably one of the highest, you can definitely have some very rough times, as I'm having right now. Yeah.
All units ready to commence attack on the shield generator.
So I'm gonna go inside that AT-AT. Unfortunately, they're not in the best. Oh no, this one is in the best spot. I'm just hoping that the AT-AT behind me doesn't go in front of me and block the way. So it should be somewhere around halfway.
Oh my gosh. I'm pulling a Neveryear.
Oof. Alright. After destroying that shield generator, we're gonna take a Tauntaun. I don't know why. I don't think Tauntauns like me,
Ready to
but
ground
okay,
troops
this
for
one
the
is.
assault on Echo Base.
Woo! Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Pop Tragedy?
Hoth Tragedy. At a marathon.
Someone's got destroyed by a rocket. Yeah, one thing about rockets, they love to target vehicles, and if there's one aimed in at you, you're pretty much dead. But no, I think we're fine.
So after I captured that first CP after 5 minutes, I'm going to be doing a double jet over to the second CP, which is just a rebel bunker.
Destroy the final transport before it can escape.
No way!
I'll inform
I
Lord
got
Vader.
sniped in midair!
The rebel shields are deactivated.
The amount of
Moving on to
pain.
capture the back hangar in preparation for our assault on the rebels' transport
Oh
ship.
no!
Oh yeah, also, if you're playing as a Jedi, if you look up, the hitbox will be behind. It's kind of weird.
So, I'm gonna finally get to this CP and almost be on pace with Neveryear.
I'm near the end. I'm with the Rebel Council.
Awesome. Awesome.
Last, we almost had that rebel scum.
So I'm gonna capture this command. I'm not gonna capture this.
Acquire the
Mr.
beacon and
White?
place it under the transport ship. Command will use the coordinates from the beacon to launch a massive attack from above. Failure is not an option.
This is terrible.
Now protect the beacon while we lock in your current position. Coordinates confirmed.
So for those of you
Vacate
that are
the area
confused,
immediately.
I am slow
Our
running
attack on the transport
while
will begin
infinite
momentarily.
running in mid-air so that I could maintain the infinite run. And that should be it on my end, but I can't stop my timer. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that should be time on my end.
Yeah, I have a little bit of ways to go.
Rebels fled. The 501st gathered around.
I'm gonna be respawning and spawning again at this AT-AT.
The rebellion.
Oh, tragedy! The angle's so bad.
Order
No
had finally
way, I have to
returned the
watch
galaxy.
it.
In no small part due to the effort
This is so
of the fighting
sad.
men of the 501st.
And I have to turn this all the way around.
Turn it
Oh.
all the way around.
So Neveryear1 the race. So I'm just gonna finish off this run and explain it the best I can. We're taking the AT-AT and blowing up the shield generator. About the only thing accurate that's happened in the movie. And then I'm gonna respawn and spawn at the ruins of the shield generator and yoink a Tauntaun from the rebels. So I'm gonna yoink a rebel from the a rebel from the Tauntauns. Yep. I'm gonna yoink a Tauntaun from the rebels, and then do a little cool jump, and hopefully not die again. Okay, I'm fine. So after I capture Echo Base, I'm going to be selecting Echo Base as my command post and spawning as Darth Vader, as Neveryear already did. And then, if you briefly saw there, there were some shield doors. So taking out that security terminal right there would destroy those shield doors and allow us to get to the back of the Echo Base. And now I'm just going to be awkwardly trying to throw my lightsaber at Rebel standing 2 feet away from me. And then, now once I'm done capturing this command post, I'm going to do a jump and an attack in order to pick up a orbital strike beacon, and then take the orbital strike beacon down under the AT-AT, or not AT-AT, Rebel Transport. And normally you'd have to wait for an extra minute to defend the bomb, but once again, since there are no auto-scrollers, that's it. And that's time.
Yeah. And that's Battlefront 2, any percent.
That's Battlefront 2.
Auto-scrollers mod.
Yep. And it definitely gives you an extra taste of the experience with the Hoth tragedy that I had.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to see, especially if you're in a regular.
If you're on PP pace.
Yeah, that is something you don't want to see at all. Otherwise, it'd just be demoralizing.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think that should be it on our end. I'm not sure if. I mean, there's a couple.
Do I show off the Minecraft Village mod?
If you like, give a shout out to that. Or also,
yeah.
Shout outs to Circles 308 for making this mod map for mods. It's pretty nice, but I could get kind of blind a little bit while viewing the infantry soldiers.
Yeah. If we're done with everything, there is nothing really more to explain. Shoutouts to the modding community, which have definitely been the driving force for this game, and the competitive community, which have been the driving force that's kept this game alive for so long.
And shoutouts to the No Force community for Hero Assault and the BCL community for showing me these techniques that for heroes and the infantry soldiers. Because without it, man, I would be struggling real hard.
Yeah, and yeah, I think that's about it. I think we can end the streams right here on our end. Get it on to Super Star Wars by Indy eventually.